皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today, everyone, this is something that I am probably going to be struggling a lot to talk to you guys about. But again, I really do want to try to be really honest with, of course, with myself too, and with you guys as well. And life itself is not always about just fun and games, right? It's about struggling, it's about overcoming obstacles and such. And of course, through my activities, I really want to show you guys everything that we are fighting with and what we face through trying to achieve our goal, there's a lot of things that we'll probably have to fight with, maybe it could be the traditional world, the world of traditional culture right now in Japan. It could be our superiors. It could be some of the viewers or, of our channel. It could be some of our clients, maybe. We don't know what's going to be happening in the future, but I do want to share with you guys what we experienced because I personally feel that my life is just like a video game or a manga. The protagonist will always fight and struggle with something, right? And that's the fun part of it. So, as what I'm going to be talking about today, I don't want you to take it too negatively because deep down, I really am enjoying my life no matter what happens because I personally feel that life is a game. If there is no ups and downs, it's just simply boring and lame, right? So, so what I want to talk about with you today is what should I say, the situation with me and my team recently, and I know the moment you just heard that, you probably thought, Shogo, again? Didn't you say just a few weeks ago that you've solved all the problems and you won't be having to have to talk about such things again and you're going to be moving on from now on? Weren't you just talking about that a few weeks ago? And I need to be honest with you, I'm sorry. I am sorry, but this is what actually happened. So I'm going to be talking with you what recently happened. And I'm also going to be before I start talking though, I do want to confirm with you that it actually has been solved. I guess we discussed about it, and right now it's not such a big problem anymore. So what happened is basically I was starting to get completely sick. Now, I think although I have had many experiences in the past, of course, of being bullied, losing my best friend, my parents getting divorced, my business collapsing, and having to, hold on to a really big debt, and having to still, protect and fight for my family, so on and so forth. I have experienced fair amount of, should I say, troubles, obstacles in the past. But recently, until recently, was probably the worst, stressful, devastating period of my life. Now, it's really funny. I was studying a little bit about psychology the other day. I just got to that part where it's really funny how people, humans, all of us, we tend to think that when we're succeeding or something looks really good and it looks like it's working, so on and so forth, you think life is better, right? But what's really interesting is that humans tend to feel stronger stress when you succeed or when something better is supposed to be happening. So it could be and especially because the people around you tend to say to you or think, oh, you're so lucky, good for you. And you yourself, too, would never imagine that a success or a positive progress to be a stress. You don't see it as stress, right? So that's the biggest problem, like getting married or having children, moving to a new house or a new country or whatever it is, or in my case, achieving 1 million subscribers and being able to work with my best friends. These things all seem like a great thing, right? But they are great things. That's true. They are great things, but for human bodies, for the human mind, is actually also very stressful. Any kind of change in the environment, in the mindset, in the body is stress, basically. And success or positive progress is also a really big form of stress too. So I really experienced this with my skin, with my own heart, with my own mind. I really experienced this. I I might have been almost suicidal actually. For you listening to this might think that, whoa, Shogo, are you serious? Just because of that, you were seriously considering maybe ending your own life? I'm pretty sure that's what you would think. If you just are listening to what I'm going to be talking right now, that's probably what you're going to be thinking. And I don't want to make this podcast too long, so I wanted to try to get to the point. What I was feeling so stressed about is basically, how should I put this shortly? Basically, it was me automatically defining who or what Tomoko and Kazu were doing or who they were, basically. So, like, from my point of view, I guess this is because I'm the leader of my team. But I was talking about whenever I give them tasks to do, which of course is included within their salary. So I need, if they, as a system, I'm not talking about any emotions here. In order to receive your salary, you have to get job done, right? That's very simple. There's nothing more than that. So I give them tasks. Of course, I calculate the time and how much money this would be worth, and so on and so forth. I hand them the tasks, and they don't make it in time. They don't even give me a text that they will not be making it in time. And even if they do give me a text, they give me a text at the last moment, like 5 minutes before the due date, and they just send me one message saying I'm going to be late. And whenever I tell them that that's not something you should be doing, like for example, if you were a complete freelancer and if this was a client that you did not was not actually your friend, your client is going to be saying, well, I'm not going to be giving you any more jobs then in that case because I can't trust you. I think that's very logical, yeah, because that is what would actually happen, right? But whenever I point that out, their attitudes would get very not grumpy, but not as very happy. Well, of course, it's not a very happy thing to have someone say to you, but they wouldn't look me in the eyes when I say greetings. Like at a meeting, I would say good morning, ohayo kind of stuff, and they wouldn't look me in the eyes and stuff like that. So, okay, so basically, why are you working with me? So I couldn't understand it. If it's so much hard work for you, if you're struggling so much, you don't have to work with me if you don't want to, kind of thing. Yeah. Hold on though. I'm really this part of the story is really negative, but again, it ends positively. So give me a little bit more time. So, and also because I am a highly sensitive person, HSP. If I was a more of a psychopath or something that doesn't care about other people's emotions, even if I see these attitudes, I would probably think, well, look for you, you're working at my company, so you're going to be obeying to my orders, kind of stuff. But I'm not that kind of person, as you probably know. The moment I see their attitude towards the things that I say or do, I just feel very sorry. And I think for few of you listening to this, you would probably think, you might think that, well, Shogo, there's nothing you have to be sorry about. You created the jobs and you prepared the salaries for them, and you gave them the jobs, and you just pointed out things that obviously they should have done or they shouldn't have done, and you don't talk so emotionally either, right? When you go and get angry, when you have to point things out, you don't go emotionally angry and stuff like that. For example, like punch them in the face or stuff like that, right? I'm not that kind of person, you guys probably know. But I tend to feel that I'm the one that's doing something wrong. That's who I am. If there's a major weakness of me, that is definitely it. And I do want to accept that that's part of me. So I don't want to say that that's something bad, because that's going to be hurting myself even more. And for anyone on this planet, I don't want anyone to think that their personalities is a disadvantage, because a personality is a personality. Everyone has problems, and it's best that we understand that and we protect and fight for each other, right? When we are weak in some fields of whatever it is. But anyways, I was starting to think, well, if my team members aren't enjoying what they're doing, because I can see it, if they were enjoying what they were doing, they would get the job done, right? Because, like, for example, if I was, I don't know, a random example, but if I was allowed to work with Wagaki Bando-san, do you guys know the really famous Japanese traditional instrument band? Is super famous. For example, if I were to be given an occasion to work with them, I would do every task they give me perfectly because they're like one of the most famous bands in this world, right? So I don't. No, this is really weird to say that my workplace, my company is definitely not as important as the example I just said, about Wagaki Bando-san, but this was my idea, originally, because if you really, really were thankful and grateful for your environment, wouldn't you cherish it a little bit more and do things seriously? And guys, I don't want you to think that it's just once or twice that tasks were late or their attitudes were not really good. It's not once or twice thing. It's almost like every single time kind of thing. And I have to tell them every single time that that's not a good thing to do. And I was just starting to think, why are we doing this? Like, who is happy doing this? I completely got lost. Like, I am hurting myself every time I say something to them. It hurts to tell them that they need to do the things that I'm telling them to do, because otherwise there's no way we can maintain the team. And it hurts every time to say that I'm sorry for pointing these things out and trying to maintain our team and trying to run our company. And I need to ask them every time, are you all right? When I'm the one that's not all right. And I got completely stuck there. Like, why are we doing this? And I came to the conclusion that it's probably because I was the one that asked them to work with me. I was the one that asked them to work with me. If this was, Shogo, it'd be great if I can work with you, the relationship would be completely different, right? So in that case, I think these, well, of course, it still could exist, but I think the possibilities of such problems happening would definitely lessen, And I start to feel that this team is not benefiting anyone. I'm not happy. They don't seem happy. So why are we doing this? And again, I explained before in a previous podcast that I'm not the kind of person who's really, ambitious and there's something I must do. I'm the kind of person who does have big dreams, but my ultimate purpose, as I explained before, is to live every day seriously and with all the energy that I have. That is my goal. That is what I want to do. So if they are not enjoying working with me, I don't have to. It's not like I must have them. Video games. You would have like 4-player games, and there are like these stages or dungeons that you need 4 people to press 4 buttons at the same time to go through that path. That kind of stuff. Do you guys understand? I'm the kind of person that I don't have to go that way if I don't have 4 people. Because my goal of my life, again, is to live this moment for full with all the energy I have. So if I lost all my limbs, I would seriously, for example, live my life by doing Shoto calligraphy with my mouth, for example. And I would be satisfied with my life still. So that's the thing. If they're they're not having fun, if they're not happy, I'm very, very sorry. But it meant that I don't have the ability to make you guys happy. And if you or anyone is going to be calling me, what should I say, irresponsible for not making them happy, considering them as, I don't know, your, all the things that we talked about in the previous podcast of when I said I'm struggling. I received a lot of podcasts saying, Shogo, it's you that's wrong. I received tons of comments saying that. And, well, in that case, I'm very sorry, but I don't have the power or ability to make everyone happy. In that case, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work. Because seriously doing something, setting a big dream, setting a big goal, and seriously living every single day towards that big goal is the only way I know to enjoy my life. And I can't just give that up because someone said I shouldn't do that, because that's not going to make anyone happy. That's not going to make my wife happy. That's not going to make my kids happy. That's not going to make my viewers, my friends who are enjoying my content happy if I start slowing down and giving up because people tell me that that's not a good way to make other people around me who are working me happy, right? So again, I'm going all over the place now, but I'm trying to say I start to feel that I'm not making anyone happy. So from here, I just told the two about this, and at one point, I actually finally said that it might be about time that we seriously consider disassembling this team. And it might be the timing that we really need to seriously consider them maybe finding a different job or moving on to a new environment. So then everyone, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know there's a lot of people studying Japanese willing to come to Japan to study, travel, work, or even train in traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future because we're facing a lot of social problems. We are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are supposed to be carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve the social problems, preserve and evolve traditional culture, and help out the younger generations so they can have a better future. And to do that, the nearest goal I have right now is to achieve 2 million subscribers by January 2023 on my main channel. So all your likes and comments will help to boost my videos to new viewers who have never seen my channel before. So it'd be great if you can help me out. Thank you so much, guys. And I will be talking to you again soon. I hope to see you in part 2. Thanks so much, guys.